Oh, hello. Somebody let me know if everything's working fine. Raise my First game, yes, sir. I don't know quite what we're doing. I think we're trying to make sure that we're gonna get trying to make sure that we actually get trying to say here stats to work. Technical difficulties. Figure it out. Sorry, this is last minute. I didn't actually. I rushed home for this, so I haven't had supper. Warming up some leftover steak and rice. Um, can you hear me, Sharon? Need somebody to double check that everything's actually working. Random, random up. Sound great? Good. Beautiful. Thank you for that. See. Yeah. On lad. There we go. Beautiful. Look at the cheeks on that, dude. What the heck is this? Is that a kerfuffle? Who knows? Who cares? It's an overlay, but you gotta set it up. We're doing it live, bro. Nobody told me about no overlay. Nobody gave me nothing. I'm here. Let's get this going. Sir. Anything that can make this stream more British? My boy Jordan was here to co-cast. Not that he's English. Counts. Got a little solo one today though, no co-caster, so you get some horrendous takes. Typing up a yes sir. Ready. Who is the sub on the right? It is Colby Cakes. Colby Cakes is filling in for Sharon. Um God rest his soul. Click R in draft, but it isn't responding. I have to ready up. First game of the season, boys. It wouldn't be Rec League if we didn't have a couple technical difficulties. Let me grab my rice, bro. Yeah, so word on the street, Kolbe may be permanent. I think it's gonna depend on the vibes of this game. So, let's see. You get a new link. We try one more time. If it doesn't work, we're heading in. Yeah. I am going to be eating during this broadcast. Anyone got an issue with that? Look somewhere else. The servers are down. We run normal style draft. Okay. Sacking this off. Beautiful. ASMR stream. Dude, you don't want to hear me chomping, bro. I got a dry ass meal. I got rice, steak, and broccoli. It's dry. Well, I'm on a kidney stone diet, so judge me all you want. Anyway, getting into the game. First game, we have Kolbe Cakes versus Twinkle and the Kerfuffles, whatever Kerfuffle is. Seeing some jungle bans come out here. Vi Nocturne taken off the table, opting to ban Gemstones, and Nivea, and that could honestly be a Diana ban for Fioria or Gemstones. Mumu, last ban. Interesting. Taking away all of Deddy's picks. That's pretty rude if you ask me. And the standard Lilia ban to take away from Fiora. Now I'm interested to see because I haven't seen a lot of these people play in a long time. I do remember Fioria had a mean Nunu that did get banned out quite a lot towards the back end of last season. I don't know if it's still that type of threat or if he's moved on and got some different picks in the league. We are opting to first pick the Brawl. Interesting. I personally, I'm a support main, but I personally am not a huge fan of picking first pick. I think supports kind of dictate the lanes. You get a support that can out trade and out bully either the enemy support, sometimes the ADC. It is highly beneficial. That's my personal take on it. I think they are probably trying to put Tyler on something that's going to be able to play into the enemy support. So I don't. I'm going to see Thresh picked up here for Swice. Something he plays a lot of, is extremely comfortable on. So not a boring pick. So excited to see what this Thresh can do. Thresh Senna. Interesting. I think that definitely leaves you a little bit susceptible here. If you want to go dive comp, I think Senna is going to struggle. It is good in the Braum, though. My opinion. Braum lands a Q. Tristana jumps in. It's dicey. Herzl coming in with the, yeah, but I'm ass, so my pick doesn't matter. Probably a good take for higher ranks, though. Herzl, do not talk down to yourself. You are him, dude. You need to leave a stamp on this game and let other enemy laners know. I'm going to be fucked with. Rifle with her. I can see Udia picked up. Now, I don't know where this Udi is going. I know Fiore has played it. I don't know if it's going mid lane. It could definitely be flexed to top. But we are going to see. Was hovered. Yeah, as I suspected, they are opting to try and put Senna under a lot of pressure. I do really like the Tristana pick, but you know, Thresh is notoriously good into Tristana. You have multiple ways to cancel her jump. Once her jumps down, she is extremely vulnerable. Just to see if Tai Tai plays this bot lane extremely well. Twinkle loves to be on non-carry ADCs. Don't have to carry if you can. Good takes being thrown around. Urgot is going to be the third pick. for Kolbe, someone he's super comfortable on. Kolbe is a really good ergot. I believe Venomous Duck also plays a little bit, but I could be very wrong. I'm kind of making shit up. Boom! The big five coming in from Captivate Music. Hold on, bro. Let me match that. Wait. Am I on my account? I am on my account. Let me match that, bro. Let's get some hype doing. First game. First game. Hero coming in with a prime. 43 months. Another 5 from yours truly. Get some hype in the chat, dude. First game of the season. We are seeing a couple more bans come out. They are banning Brand, taking that away from Lexi. Lexi's played quite a bit of Brand bot, and it did look pretty good in preseason. Taking away Gemstone Syndra. Get it cracking, dude. Let's get it rolling. Full hype train for the first season.
My countermeasures are ready, even if you are not.
Taking away Mel. Alright, I am also eating while I cast, so don't mean to be rude. Offered to take away the Lee Sin. Daddy Lee Sin's looking a little dangerous. Need up to take away something a little bit more safe for Daddy, though. Daddy catching 4 bans. Be a long series for Daddy. Look, y'all gonna see the Malphite jungle from Daddy. I'm not eating beans on toast, you donut. I've said it 3 times. Steak, rice, and broccoli. Fry ass meal. Kidney stone diet. Love that Swice. Call him out. Call him out, Swice. Have a word, mate. Have a word. Orianna is going to be a great pick here. I really do like the Orianna. I think it synergizes well with Tristani if you can find some nice 2v1s. Orianna on the back end, though, doesn't really have anybody great to pair the ult with. I guess Udia can go unstoppable with E and get on top of something. Gemstone, really comfortable on the Orianna. I like the pick. I think Orianna is kind of extremely susceptible to Malphite. Zion, the last pick, rounding out the Kolbe takes. You don't need them on this my ult. Love that. Love that take. Fiddlesticks, the final pickup. Twinkle in the Kerfuffles. Hawk centering coming. I agree. I think Hawk Cleaver is unironic. Wait. Hold up. That fiddle threw me for a loop. Hold up. Hold up a second. Is it mid Malphite or middle sticks? Please tell me it's middle sticks, dude. Make my day. Might not be Senna's best build. Into the enemy team, it has a lot of value. I believe it's Lexi. Lexi is Twinkle in the Kerfuffles mid laner. They've done a little bit of a role shift, to my knowledge. Okay. So, at first glance, boys, what team are we preferring and why? Curious as to your guys' thought. I'll take another bite while I wait for you guys to conjure up some incredible takes. Mike thinks it's going to be a stomp 2-0 to these cakes. Low key, both mid and fiddle. Team ass. Oriana. Interesting. Well, I do also prefer blue side here. I think blue side has a lot of easier tools. I think a lot of blue side requires less on setup. Red side requires a lot of setup. You kind of want fiddlesticks to be in the dark, get a really good engage, have some good follow up from Malphite. Just hope that you can keep center safe. Um, on the other hand, I think you have such a good front line with Sion Udia. You have really good catch potential with the Braum too, and the Oriana rule. So I think blue side might struggle here. It's all about if you can keep center alive long. I think center needs like four items to start chunking. About 120 souls. So interested to see if they can get to that point. They need to try and stem the bleeding a little bit, I think. You look across the board, and I think in most situations you would favor blue side nameplates on in their respective lanes. Not to throw shade at anybody on red side, they're all good players in their own right. This blue side team, in my opinion, is looking like a first seed. So interested to see how this game plays out. Like I say, first game of the season, it should be a good one. I would agree with you, but I think the team has to function perfectly for it. I think you need a fog of war rule for picks, and you need a really good mouth. That's my only gripe with red side is you require a little bit of that to be thwarted by a single ward. So it's gonna. I think a lot of this game is gonna come down to vision control. I mean, every game does. This one specifically. Um, no more talking. No more talking. Time for action. Take a look. Who actually played? Knowledge gap in the top lane. Knowledge gap in the. Didn't know Fioria played that much. Yeesh. They all play their champs. They've all played. They know what's going on. Steady crash, no action. Lovely. Right, we'll wait. How can Kolbe's cakes be going against the actual Kolbe himself? Listen, mate. A wise man once said, Kolbe has the batty like the North Star. A wise man's going to want to follow it. Heard me on that? You heard me on that or no? I'll say it one more time. If Kolbe's got a batty like the North Star, wise men are going to want to follow it. They might not have Kolbe in the flesh. They're following Kolbe's cakes. Think of that what you will. Unable to download spectator data. Game will now exit. Love that. Love that. All falling apart. Falling apart at the seams, lads. let him in. Ready back in? We get a sit rep. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Straight into the paws. Like to see. Have a look then. Of course, we'll have a look. Take a look at some runes. We've got PTA in the top lane. We have PTA on the Malphite. Thoughts? Is that the way it's done? I don't know. Is that jungle Malphite? It very well could be. Got Electrocute in the middle. We got Tempo on the center. Aftershock on the Thresh. I really like Aftershock into PTA normal on Malphite jungle. Okay. Maybe I'm off the cuff a little bit. Maybe I'm out of the meta. I'm now a father of 2 cats, though, so it's all going down the shitter. He's got a 2-month-old kitten. Oh, what a mistake that is, boys. Don't let your wife or your missus convince you to get another cat. Not worth it. Anyway, taking another look, we opted for Grasp on the Scion. I do prefer that this game over the AD side. Conqueror. We got Airy on Orianna. I really like the Airy on Orianna. Yeah, pretty standard across the board. Pretty standard. Is it Malignance, boys? It's not Malignance. Yeah, we need a lot of attention on this Fiddlesticks mid. I did not know. I did not know that Lexi played mid that much, and I definitely didn't know she played Fiddlestick. This is indeed game 1. Bean, welcome to the stream, buddy. Bean, if you got money like you say you got money, drop a 5 in the chat right now, bro. Me and Captivate did it. Come on, bro. Let's get some hype going. Get some funds for the league. Middle 6. I meant the runes, bro. The runes are standard across the board. The Fiddlesticks is sticking out like a sore thumb. Game looks like it's trying to resume in due course. Yeah, not to brag, Scott, but somebody's top 2 in the listeners. How do I even do that? Don't worry about it, Bean. Keep your money close to your heart, bro. Here we go. It's been a while since I've done this whole streaming shebang. Let's see if we can get this sorted out here. On scoreboard, time controls off. Give me objective timers. Call it good. We'll freeze after the pause. Standard. Opting to try and get this ward. They really want to know where this Malphite's path in. I don't think Malphite's going to be a threat at all. I actually opted for a little bit of a scrap. WK1 forced to flash early. Kind of protecting his HP bar there. Just not let WK1. You just got to concede this, brother. Lexi getting straight to business. Bean with a big 5. Love that, mate. Love that. Keeping the hype alive, dude. Appreciate that, big man. Lexi actually went bang for bang with the Orianna in the early game. Just have a lot of sustain. I think this lane only gets more difficult for Lexi, though. Bot lane, I think, going to be rather uninteractive for a little bit here. Mike! Mike showing the haters, dude. He got money now. Lexi, on the other hand, is gonna fall victim. The gemstone in the mid lane is sadly gonna flash away, but does still fall. 0-7 for a real one. And that's first blood. We have drawn first blood of the season. Goes over to gemstone. Proving the haters wrong, dude. Let's see if he back and buys a tier. Dark One is going to be showing up in the mid lane here. Big hook coming in from Swice. There is an opening. Dark One opts to throw the Q at Tyler instead of Herzl. I think Herzl was the more sure kill there. Is going to get flash and heal out of the Braum, though, for his troubles. So, not the worst thing in the world. Twinkle sitting at some low resources with this mana. Otherwise, sitting in a pretty decent spot knowing that he has Summoner's advantage. Cameras all over the place. We're all over the shop. I think this game is only going to get more rough, and Gemstone, showing that he's confident in this lane, is going to be picking up a Dark Seal first back. Yeah, Malphite's struggling quite a bit in this early game. Doesn't have many camps to farm, so it's going to opt to run through mid lane. Help out his mid laner just slightly. Oh. Despite the Malphite gank, not looking good for Lexi. She's really struggling to walk up to this lane and get a full. Keep me humble, guys. Keep me checking on these Senna stacks as the game goes on. I think that's going to be a huge part of this game. We do see Udyr is up several camps already. And it's only going to get quicker for Fiore's, for his Udyr too. You see Fiore is walking into topside jungle here. They might find the Malphite. No, Malphite just barely going to miss Udyr. Should be able to deny them. We are seeing Suncat. Lexi, with a couple points in W now, is able to sustain some of the damage coming out from Orianna. So, Orianna has no mana, is going to opt to get a quick reset in. Yeah, canceling W always feels bad. Yep, I agree with you. You definitely want that final tick. The only time it should be cancelled this game is through Orianna or stun. In the early game, I think. Multitude of ways. Take stock here a little bit. If I do this. That boy not showing up. Oh. 9 stacks. 10 stacks. So, I don't know if everybody knows this, but if your support last hits the cannon with Relic Shield, it always guarantees a stack. Don't know if they know that or not. But it does bolster Senna's stacks substantially throughout the early game. Something to keep your eye on. Other than that, not a great deal going on in this early game. We are going to see red side opt in to get this early dragon, which I think is really beneficial, because I don't think that this bot lane is going to be in control of the lane much longer. Dragon did just fall. Tyler really wants to get this last few minions. It could be the thing that makes him perish. Big cleanse coming out from Tyler. We are going to see Tyler is going to hold onto his flash, but cleanse is going to come out. Again, I don't know if the hook was intentional, but I would really like to see them just all in the Braum there, guarantee a kill. And taking a lot of punishment from this Orianna is going to fall under her own tier 1. Yes, discrepancy is growing too. That's 2 Dark Seal stacks over to Orianna. Orianna in an extremely comfortable game. WK1 sitting at level 5. Surely he's gonna live. Barely, but is. Weiss, you are in no man's land here. There's nobody really to follow up at all. We are going to see the Fiddlesticks ult is not going to land. They are going to get the silence follow up, but again, I think they can just turn this. I don't think Red Side wants any part in this. We are going to see Flash blown from Fiddlesticks. Fioria is going to pick up the kill. That's more Dark Seal stacks going over to blue side. A little bit rough, although maybe this is as intended. Lexi tanking some deaths early game to hit a crazy mid to late game ult. It's for the plot. Lane is about as boring as you would imagine. Two tanks slapping each other. Fioria sadly living in Dark One's jungle here. This is the part of the game where Malphite just does not have a jungle to farm. And Fioria is going to do this for the rest of the game, knowing that Fiddlesticks really can't move. We're going to see Tabby's first buy from Twinkle. Really does not want to die. Knows he has to scale. Don't hate it. Don't love it. Ultimately, though, if you're an ADC and you're staying alive and you're getting levels and XP, you're doing your thing. So. I think Lexi is going to be falling again. No flash, no way out. Does get W cancelled by the ult. Dark One, though, does have ult. Vision. Do not think he has the facilities. So I'm going to push this, look to reset. Probably has first buy. Hey, cast a drink. Ooh. So is going to miss ever so slightly. Both parties are going to just walk out. That's Fiddlesticks passive. That's the Fiddlesticks ward. At level 9, it's a ward and an Oracle left. Cat taking a turret shot for Bants. First item, we are going to see Blackfire Torch coming in. We are going to see an ult on a gemstone. Some guy is going to predict the flash, but sadly, we have absolutely no damage. The gemstone is just going to be able to walk out. Actually trade extremely equal health bars and may even just ever so slightly miss the kill on Lexi. Oh no, super rough game here for Lexi. Fioria once again penetrating enemy lines, taking more camps away from Deddy, just completely starving him of any resources. Is just going to go take the Krugs too. There's just nothing they can do to stop him. That's all. Almost double Deddy's CS. Fioria. I was wondering if he was going to go for the dive there, but opts just to switch the turret playing. So for a little bit extra. Second dragon does spawn. Deddy posturing for it. Does have Zeke's convergence. Ignores both of his camps. Realizes he's probably just ganking this game. Does look like he pulled the dragon. Don't know why Spectator wants to show us this top lane rather than the dragon beam. Don't make camera naturally. Red side getting a little bit cheeky. Completely unable to do anything. We do not care about this Slapfest top. Deddy did go for the steal. Sadly was not able to find it. We are going to see Swice fall extremely low. Twice is gonna live. Tyler is, yeah. This is sadly, we are gonna see. Wait. Oriana lives too. Daddy's showing a lot of passion. We are gonna see Sion is gonna fall up though, so we'll be able to find one for red side. Yeah, sadly Cam didn't do a great deal of damage when all he had was Tabbies. Again, this Senate, in my opinion, needs several items to be able to output some damage, so a bunch of stacks, bunch of damage. True. Kolbe does have work cut out for him. All in all, though, for the 3v4, correct me if I'm wrong, Lexi. 3v4 could have been worse. Fiore is going to show his face spot. Herzl looking for the Q, isn't going to find it. Hook is going to go and miss. Bomb is not going to go off. We are not going to get the reset on W, but sadly that means Swice is surely to fall. Is going to go to Tyler. Brom did find the Q though. Twinkle did get reset on W. Twinkle might have overstayed his welcome there. He should have just walked away. There was never a chance Slice was living. Never a chance he was going to kill somebody with the current build. He did opt to sell Ninja. Oh no, never mind. God, it goes to a slot. Thought he was tilted. That's on me. That's on me. Big fear coming in from Lexi. Fioria is going to walk between turrets here, I think. Fioria is absolutely mugging it. Shutdown is going to go over to the Thresh. WK1 biting off a little bit more than he can chew, but we do see the Scarecrow come in. Again, not much damage to be found. Senna will delay the inevitable. Herzl picking up that kill. Swice might be able to find one. Sadly did not. And I think Swice's days are numbered. What do you think the comms are like? I decline to answer. How about that? We are seeing pretty substantial gold lead for 15 minutes. First items are being completed though on red side. Ice pinging the next dragon does make it clear that is probably what they want to play for. Kolbe finds himself in a spot above her. Rather than retreat, decides to man up. Won't go down without a fight. Actually doing quite a bit of damage too. WK1 spotted on a ward, probably here just to try and save this turret. Sadly, did not kill the wave. So turret will fall. So will WK1. Don't flash my... It's not worth it, my friend. Herald will be dropped top. Not sure if that will actually get the full turret. Why no? Twinkle. Yep. I think with those 15 subs that we got in stream earlier should be dedicated towards a 2-hour session with a therapist. For everybody this season that has to go against Tyler's team, because they are looking cohesive unit. They're actually looking pretty good. Like I said before, to me, I think this is Seed 1 team. It might be the back-to-back Tai repeat. I mean, their team's kind of stacked. Their team is kind of stacked. There's not really a lane that, to me, looks abusable. Unless I'm playing mid into Gemstone. Gemstone, for some reason, has a kryptonite. That's completely not true, by the way. I fabricate. Something I like to believe. You know what they say? Believing is achieving. Deddy, for the first time this game, picking up his own Raptors. I believe that's the thing. So this progress. Okay, he's going to go wide. We are going to see the Shockwave solo onto Swice. Big ult coming in from Fiddlesticks. Doing a fair amount of damage. Half health on Gemstone, but there's a bit of a unstoppable force in this Scion. Kolbe searching for the kill. Dark One is not going to find the ult on the Gemstone. Gemstone does have Flash. Flashed back into the fray. You don't have Seraph's Embrace, my boy. You can't be doing that. Swice, another hook is going to go wide. Venom is still taking a lot of punishment. Kolbe really outputting a lot of damage here. Sadly, they are going to be able to turn. Fury has joined the fray. A lot of damage coming out. Twinkle looking for a different approach in this fight. Sadly, does not have much mana to work with. Tyler is going to find the jump. Going to be able to walk out with his life, but I think this fight is done. Fiore says, no, it is not. Flashes forward. Sadly, may fall. Living by the skin of his teeth. Health bars are dwindling. People playing with fire. Does have barrier. Really well played. Shutdown is going to go over to Fresh. Hey? Little bit of life to the red side team. Fresh might be the one carrying all the gold. Let's take a look. Let's take stock here. I say carrying all the gold. He's got 2 kills this game. So, yeah, this mid lane is looking a little bit worse for wear. Yeah. We're just going to go ahead and close that and pretend after the back of that fight that there's hope. You know what they say. Hope is a thief of joy in League of Legends. Aoria lurking in the shadows. Is going to find Dark One in his own jungle for probably the 8th time this game. A lot of damage is going to come out to Dark One. Flash is going to be forced. Opting to keep that ult. Lexi, little bit out of position. Trying up. Is gonna come in. Let's take a 58 stack, so a lot to go before we start pumping damage here, and we're 20 minutes in, so. Does look like you're gonna see a little trade here. Big Bromo is gonna land. Tristana just free firing on the back line. Nice hook coming in from Slice. Fiddlesticks ult is not gonna land. Tristana ult is gonna go through. Dark One may fall here. Oh, the center ult just coming out a little bit too late. Again, red side just falling a little bit short. 18-4 now. Over a 10,000 gold discrepancy. Do have Dragon coming up in 20 seconds. Fioria taking more camps from Deddy. Try with the hook. Fioria is going to do a substantial amount of damage. 10 stacks on that Dark Seal is ripping. I can't believe FF was thrown up. I think they're men and women of honor. And in good Reckley spirit will play it out no matter what happens. This is going to be the third dragon. Most likely going over to blue side. 100%. I don't know why I said more quickly. Lexi gonna get a massive ult soon, I trust. I don't even know if that does anything. I would love to see it. Just for her confidence, I would love to see it. I think we're at this point where Urgot doesn't really do a lot of damage to the Scion. I mean, if Scion turns, Urgot obviously can't kill, but he's just gonna walk away. Fioria kinda just doing what he wants to do on the map. We are gonna see Twinkle is gonna go in. They are gonna find the ults on Tyler. Tyler forced to flash away, but Braum, in the meantime, is beating up on Twinkle. All in all, in the 2v2, it looked pretty good for a second there, and that's the power of a Malphite ult. But Udyr is going to come and do a lot of damage. Huge hook coming in from Swice. It's going to find Fioria. We are going to see the center ult come in. That it's going to find the shutdown on Braum. Fioria soon to follow, too. Big shutdowns coming in. Another one for Lexi. IJ just got it. What have I missed? You missed an absolute banger. Look at the scoreboard. Gemstone finding himself trying to hightail it. Big shockwave coming in. TP is going to come in from the Scion. They have to find this Gemstone super swift. Dark One is going to fall, but Twinkle is going to finally be able to pick up that kill. And this Scion, you're not going to get through this guy. He's just going to find himself walking out here. Collecting a couple stacks and walking out. I don't know if we want to waste our time clicking this guy. I think we need to try and use the advantage we just gained. Killing some high priority targets to try and find some pressure. We are going to see bounty picked up on tier 1 bot from Kolbe. All of a sudden, we might have found ourselves in a little bit of a game. Blue side getting a little bit overzealous in red side jungle. Isla and Hersoul being the ones to overstep and kind of find themselves caught out. Really well played from Deddy and Twinkle to be able to capitalize on that. Then some huge hooks from Swice. Swice has played a really good game on this Thresh. I do really like to watch Swice. Now we are seeing Twinkle put out a fair bit of damage here. Get up for the LDR second. We have 75 stacks coming in now. Call it what you want. I think the Borks had a lot of value this game. I think it's kept him alive with the movement speed that is provided. Everyone can shit on the build, but I actually think this game it's good. Into the enemy team. I know you guys look at pro builds, just go off what you see, but I think this game it's questionable thing was can you hover and see damage done on Bork? Bork's done nearly 3,000 damage. Is a fair amount of damage, but I really like it for the movement speed that you get. I think it's had good value this game. We are going to see Fioria is going to find the flank, though. Twinkle does have both sons, is able to walk out. Gemstone coming in with another big flank. I think we are going to see Swice fall. Dark One is going to probably have to ult. Don't hold it, big bro. Get out of there. Extremely greedy with the ult. It's going to fall to a Hersoul Braum queue. Two really good flanks coming in from blue side, both Fioria and Gemstone. I've seen a bit of a slapfest top, though. Forcing out the Scion ult. Like Andy previously touched on, this Urgot is kind of a bit of a menace. Gemstone 2v1 in mid lane. Baron is going to go over to blue side. Playing a little bit more structured now. I think they realized they kind of hinted in that jungle previous play. Probably just playing for this Cloud Soul now. Cloud Soul is going to be extremely good for them. It's really, really good for them. Udyr especially. Udyr can get so much value out of it. Because his ult is on such a low cooldown. Really good game coming out of both Fiora and Gemstone. We are going to see the TP from Urgot. Red side looks like they're trying to take a final stand here on this dragon. Lexi is going to have to get a really big Fiddlesticks ult here, I think. Red side don't love that they're a little bit spread here. Doesn't look like they're playing extremely cohesive. They are going to try reposition Fiora. They are going to opt for the fight on blue side here. Herzl falling really low. Tyler is going to jump in. Big ult coming in from Deddy. Herzl is going to be the first to fall. Gemstone quickly afterwards. And blue side just watching this entire fight. Fiora trying to finish the dragon in the midst of all that. Red side have come alive, dude. What is going on? Alexi pulling out some big late game plays. Swice finding some incredible hooks. Or I think getting extremely overzealous trying to jump onto Deddy. Finding himself getting walloped by Deddy and Twinkle. Deddy, speaking of overzealous, finding a way. Twinkle still has both his summoners. Take a look at the stacks here. How many stacks have we got? 90. We're getting up there in stacks. 4,000 damage on Bork. Anything else? Got 218 on the Heart Steel. A little bit low, I would have thought, for how much we've seen them be brawling. Yeah, the Medjai's on Fiora kind of fell off a little bit there. Kolbe might be able to just kill Fiora here. Big ult coming in. It's going to find the kill. Kolbe, take my hat off to you, sir. Suncat, on the other hand, is going to find herself between a rock and a hard place. Why is silent there? Oh. Blue side looking to converge on this top side, trying to save Sion. Looks like they're going to be able to do it. Hurricane on Senna does work. Hurricane's always good into triple melees. I don't know if I would go it on Senna, but typically you want to pick up Hurricane if you see triple melee. Just, it has a lot of value. On certain ADCs. I don't know if Senna's one of them. I'm not going to. Oh! Big exchange in damage coming out here. Those sums were used by either party, but blue side able to crack the base of red side finally 30 minutes in. WK1 is hunting though. You know Sion has ult. I need to sit down, dude. I'm up. Has to do this standing up. Malarkey. Take a seat, dude. Comfortable. We're gonna be here a while. Crazy Monday. One. Tickled by Herzl a little bit. Lexi showing in the bot lane. Ooh. Gemstone finds that a little bit wary. Doesn't have the vision that he might want to be able to take that. Can we see PTA damage on Malphite? How you tested it? What is this one? 825 was that? 825. His defense hasn't been able to do a great deal into this It's Udia. All of a sudden, Gold doesn't tell the full story. Because I do wholeheartedly believe that this game could go either way. Both teams know they want this 6th dragon of the game. Goal point for blue side. Ooh, Swice finding a hook. Theoria once again on a pretty decent flank. Sadly, there was no follow-up on the cleanseless Tristana. The gold pretty even in the ADCs. With 700 gold at this point in the game is not a big deal. We are going to see Baron started up by blue though. Know that red are extremely posturing for this dragon. They opt to just 2-man the Baron. I'm going to see Scion TP on the flank. Fresh should have spotted it. I'm going to see a fight ensue here. Scion a little bit ways away. So is Swice. Dark One finding himself on the backline. This fight a lot more structured from blue. A lot less chaotic from blue. So a lot easier to play if you just put bodies in front of Tyler. Tyler doesn't rocket jump past him. Opted to ignore the dragon and go for the game end. Still have plenty of tools to dive tower. They have the shockwave. They have flashes. Red side, you may have breathed your last breath in this game. It was a valiant effort to come back. They are going to make one last stand. Gemstone is going to find the shockwave on Twinkle. Flash coming in from Tyler. That is going to be all she wrote for game 1. All in all, not as clean as it could have been from blue side. They were really far ahead and made a couple of bad plays, but all in all, very structured, pretty clean. I don't know if I want to answer this on stream. Did not mean. Oh, it's a safe one. I don't know. I don't know. I up to you, bro. Up to you. I don't know what we typically. Yeah, crazy game 1. Demacia, dude. Demacia. Where's that gamble? Crazy. I got the Aurelian Soul one. I don't care. I don't know. Sorry, I wish I could. I don't think we ever actually spoke about it. I don't. I don't think it's gonna be a game decider. What does he have to do to bounce back into game 2? I don't think Twinkle really did anything wrong that game. I think it's a huge meme to shit on him. I think the build was fine. People are over exaggerating. Might have been the 7 Death Fiddlesticks mid. Played that game. You want my expert analysis. That coupled with Feoria having two jungles, I don't think it's any one person's fault. It's a team game. I think they didn't play great as a team. Yeah, Runans is good in the triple melee, like, period. So I don't dislike the Runans at all. I think it actually had a lot of value. I'd be curious. Do I see? Don't see. It'd be nice if I could have seen how much damage Runans did. Was kind of just purchased in the. Yeah, boys, come on! It's a Monday. Some of us gotta wake up early in the morning for work. Let's get this second game going. Come on, chop chop! Let's get it going. No one thought Fiddle was funny. No, we got a giggle out of it. A giggle. Yep, stream's ready. Game 2. So what did we have banned? We had 4 Daddy junglers. And a brand banned from Kolbe Cakes. I kind of forget what they banned. You can take away Zach. Fioria. Eddie's Ram. Really pinching Daddy here. See, this is the issue. When you have people that could play a wide variety of things, kind of just.
It's okay. We'll play later.
You hate to see it. Hate to see it.
You don't have to be afraid of me.
Nunu, Ari. I truly don't know what Lexi plays. If she's pulling out Fiddlesticks game 1, anything's fucking possible. Oh. See what we got cooking in game 2. I think, ironically, have won that game. More of a tradition.
The weak fear the shadows.
Fear controls them.
Yeah. Mundo. Really popular pick right now in the jungle. Boys, I'm gonna keep it honest. I'm super tired right now. I don't know where this wave of exhaustion came from, but it hit me like a ton of bricks. Jinx picked up for 15. Pulling out an LS mode. I don't think you can be trusted on stream, bro. Twitch in response to this. Now, if we don't see support here, I would actually really like to see blue side hold support. Give themselves an extremely favorable support to play into this Twitch. Lulu is really good into Twitch. Your E provides vision. If he tries to get away, you have a slow, you have a polymorph, you have a knock up. You take away the Twitch that could be paired with. Take away Lulu that could be paired with. There's a lot of good picks in this, but I think if you picked Lulu, you could. Red side could take a really strong support. Would really like to see them hold support, but I don't think they will. Everybody in the rec league tends to go. They will. And Noah's. Noah's. They are going to pick Way, so they're going to hold supports on both ends. I expect to see a multitude of support bans here. Just to try and take away a favorable bot lane. You have two hyper carries in the bot lane. You have Vigar being really strong, so Dark One is definitely going to want to pass top to bottom here. I think it's Vigar support. That would be interesting. My wife's calling me, boys. Give me 1 second. You take the reins.
I recommend skipping.
Hey, never pick a fight you can't win.
I'm back. Sorry about that. Let's see. Yep. The blue side, extremely smart. Lulu and Nautilus, two really big picks for Twitch. They know Daddy's going to be pathing down. Shyvana really wants to play for Dragons. Top to bottom, you have two hyperscalers in Jinx and Vigar. Extremely interested to see. So the Nami is going to be picked up. See, this is extremely abusable now. I would love, I don't know if they play it, I would love to see them play like a Blitzcrank or a Leona or something that could just lock down this Nami and they could just chain kills on the Nami. It would be extremely good. AP Twitch? I'd be surprised if we see AP Twitch this game. Just because I don't know. We'll see. It could be. It could be. Maybe they get a nice pick top. AD, like Zahan or something. Milio I don't hate, but I don't think it punishes the Nami Twitch. I don't hate it because it pairs well with Jinx. I don't really think there's anything that you can cleanse with this Milio. The Milio is really, really out of touch here. I see the idea of the Shen Milio. I see the idea, but I really don't think you saved your support to last pick. I would have loved to have seen them be more proactive and pick something that could punish the Nami Twitch rather than just play to farm with the Jinx. Now I think Twitch Nami actually have an easy lane. Look at Fitz Mike agreeing in chat, dude. Who would have seen that coming? The Milio is really out of place, in my opinion. I think Milio as a support functionally is good, but I think if you're saving last pick, you want to play some. Yeah, I said how it. Oh, you're saying Nami's the best support in the game? That's a Fitz. That's a Fitz traditional. That makes most. I'm the best. Yeah, I don't know. I was loving Blue Side Draft until the Milio came out. I think they had a very clear plan. The Milio works. I'm saying it like I'm completely shitting on it, but if you save last pick for support, you want to pick something that's going to help you in lane. I don't think Milio quite does that. Nami Twitch actually have a pretty decent time into this. So it's going to be interesting. You need Enchanter to go with Jinx, think it's good. I don't think they need the Enchanter. I think they have the Shen. You have Shyvana perma playing for bot. I think they just needed hard CC. I think they just needed Leona to lock down either Twitch or Nami and Jinx kill. AP equals. Hey, it's ability power, dude. If you're doing damage with your abilities, you're a mage. League of Legends, but appreciate the love in chat, boys. I do see you guys. Pizza, shout out. Jemmy, big shout out. Let's talk about the comps. I think both teams functionally are good. I like the AP80 split that you have from red side. You have double AP solo laners, but you have the AD coming out from the Hecarim, so you have a decent split there. I always hate to see teams go triple AP topside. I think that is miserable. Which I think if he has a pretty free lane and allowed to scale, could cause a huge ruck. The only thing that kind of throws me off is I think Hecarim has to go Serpents. Which puts you into a kind of weird build. Yeah, but I think it's doable. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think you want to build Serpents Fang on Twitch. Kolbe doesn't even know how to play Shen. EP, Kolbe's the GOAT, dude. Guy put on an absolute clinic. Vigar going to be depressed in a way. I agree. I think Vigar struggles in a way quite a bit. I'm not going to disagree with you on that. I think Vigar is going to require quite a bit of help from Shyvana, which I think takes away from your brain a little bit, which in turn gives Twitch a little bit more time to scale. It's going to be interesting. I think a lot of this is going to come down to jungle movement. Hecarim, super farm heavy jungler. If Fioria gets to play the same type of game that he played last game, where he could just be in Dedi's jungle the entire game, Hecarim is going to be super strong. Especially knowing that Shyvana, if Shyvana doesn't clear top to bottom, it's extremely grief. If you path towards a Shen, we have issues. It'll be interesting. I think Fioria could have a really good game. Take a look at Mastery. Couple mastery locked here on the old red side. Blue side, sorry, not red side. Control. On Okay. Emilio gets double shields. You get more sustain coming out from Nami in this early game. What happened game one? Kolbe's cakes. So the current red-sided team kind of ran away with the game early game. They had a couple mishaps in the mid game, but they were able to close it out pretty convincingly in the late game. So there's a bit of a banger. We got Lexi Fiddlesticks mid. So that was an interesting watch. Hard watch, but an interesting watch. Gemstone is going to whiff his Q a little bit. Suncat is also going to miss their Q, but Wand is a swinging type shit. Yeah, Venomous Duck has to be extremely careful. Shen early game is extremely punishing if played correctly, if you get the pass through on the Q. Just need a couple levels though. We are seeing some pretty effective trading coming out from both mid laners here. Good damage coming out from Gemstone. That is going to be Vigor Flash already. And as predicted by both Mike and myself, Vigor is having a pretty difficult time in this lane. He's going to miss all of the CS too. Rather unfortunate. Now, this is a good cage. He's going to force Gemstone to make a decision. Flash is going to come out for both Jungle and Gemstone. Or like I said, I'm so tired. Gemstone opting to put the shield on is going to negate all of that damage and get a pretty favorable trade, but the minions are going to trade back on him, so he's going to take quite a bit of damage. Now, Hui is able to infinitely sustain mana mid lane, so any trade like that is kind of just winning for Hui, in my opinion, because anytime Vigor has to trade mana with Hui, Hui is pretty happy about it. Now, interested to see Twinkle on a little bit more of a traditional hyper carry. Some will say Sun is a hyper carry, but I think she actually offers a lot more utility than she does carry potential. Interested to see if he does get farmed up and put into a similar position where he's on par with Tyler this game, if he is able to convert that into a carry. Nice taunt coming in from Kolbe. Kolbe showing a little bit of his inexperience on Shen there. If he did walk behind the Mordekaiser, he is going to get the empowered Q. I don't think he knows that it's an empowered Q, though. Pizza is cringing in chat right now. The resident Shen one trick. My favorite Shen to play the game with. Nice taunt coming in from Kolbe, though. Is going to keep him alive. All in all, not a great deal happening in this early game. Gold is stable. Biggest takeaway is Suncat needs a fair bit of help in this mid lane. CS discrepancy is going to continue to grow as the game continues to move. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. I don't think Kolbe knows that his champion actually does a ridiculous amount of damage if you get that Q pass through. Yeah, Maud does now have the blasting ones. Trade coming in from Suncat. Now's the time to try and regain a little bit of pressure and put yourself in a good position for this dragon. Gemstone will need a reset. Does not have TP too. Would love to see Shyvana try and make a play on Gemstone here. Knowing Gemstone doesn't have flash. Sadly, they're opting not to do that. Gemstone is going to be able to just take a reset here. Hecarim is going to show, but is not 6. Should not matter. Good Q coming in from Swice. Is going to cancel the charge from Fioria. Is going to have to burn both sums, but does walk out with their life. Both sums before Dragon is rather unfortunate. Herzl taking a little bit of punishment, though. Fioria not giving chase. Just going to walk away. Dragon is called for blue side. Knowing Gemstone is on a fresh reset, this might be considered a questionable play. Oh no, huge whale is going to come through. Shenel is sadly not going to be able to save anybody. Big kill coming in from Vigo, though. We are excited on the Jinx. Tyler is taking a lot of punishment from the Jinx. Both barriers exchanged. Big trade coming in. 2 kills for the Vigor is going to help them. Which picking up 2, though, does make bot lane substantially more difficult. Some would argue the gold is where you want it. Let's see. The conduit this game carry you to a victory. Kolbe with this tier, Matt can't help but be under Mordekaiser's turret, and I can't see that's where you want to be right about now. Twinkle, pretty comfortable with this BF pickaxe. Even without Nami in the lane. Be happy with where he's at. WK1 using camps. Fortunate no abilities land. Cat does not have flash. We do have Hecarim ult. They are going to get the charge back. This is sadly probably going to be when Vigor falls. Unless Q is going to seal the deal. Kolbe, love to see this trade. Mordekaiser has no stacks, no shield. This is where we want to find an E. A little scared to pull the trigger. Grubs sadly is going to get sniffed out by Gemstone and Fioria. We are going to see Dark One all in. Wait, all is going to land. Dark One struggling. Big cage coming in from Suncat. We are going to see the flash taunt coming in from Shen there. Suncat finding a third. Oh, and the last grub is going to go over to Venomous Duck. Kolbe Cakes is getting cooked by this Mordekaiser. But we are going to see the path through. The damage is going to be there. Never mind. Get shit on. That's where the blasting one comes in. Down, kid. There's a will, there's a way. Like Pisa said, this lane gets extremely more difficult the more it goes on. I think we kind of lost our window of opportunity. Big kill coming in from Venomous Duck. Story a little bit different from last game though. A more stable position from blue side. I would argue they team fighted a little bit better than red side. in the mid to late mid game. Okay. So we are already seeing a bit of a discrepancy across the board, barring mid lane. Support's not worth talking about. Support up by 200. We're already down by 500 in the ADC department because of those 2 kills. Up some CS though. We are going to see Hecker in bot side now. Huge Nami ult Twinkle. Not going to be able to do anything. Opting to keep his summoners. Knows he was dead there. This is what I mean. Fioria can have a really comfortable game on this Hecker in my team. Okay. Hit by the WW there. People get hit by that. Fight the kill lead on Vigar. We do see a pretty substantial CS difference. Really hard lane for Vigar. Ryla is complete on Mordekaiser. This is what this champion is. Anybody that lanes against it. Oh, the solo hurts to watch. My least favorite top lane is to play against. Give it an inch, it'll take a mile. Such an unfun champion alongside like a Lowy. We are seeing Twinkle. Compass are going to look a little awkward. Channel is going to go. Pretty sure the channel went on to Milio but got cancelled. We are going to see them all perish. I don't know about you, but I want to confirm that that is what I saw. It is indeed what we saw. Yep, and it was cancelled. Unfortunate. This is what I mean. There's just no way to lock down this Twitch. I don't think this Milio really doesn't. Will admit though, it was difficult the moment Twitch got those 2 kills at that dragon fight. And the 2 kills on blue side did not go over to the ADC, but instead went over to the Vigar. So, a little rough there, but I do also believe that this is a byproduct of Milio. Love the champion. Love the person piloting the champion. Don't agree with being picked last. We are going to see multiple flashes coming in from Genstone. He does not have... Kill him! Fioria is going to charge in. Not have a completed item yet, so it isn't going to be able to find the kill. But both flashes coming from Deddy and Vigar. Kolbe, good flash to avoid that Q. See how many stacks of Vigars got. 106 Primordial. That's correct, Primordial. Oh, phenomenal evil power. Duck is hunting. He's gonna find a Shyvana. He's gonna flash under turret, take a couple turret shots. The ult is gonna land. Dark One has found himself in a realm of Oh, the realm of brother. Well played by Duck. Not to undermine what he did, he played really well. Gemstone being a lower rat, setting up the minions so they push into him. They'll do a little bit more mental damage to Twinkie. Opted to push it anyway. Doing what every Twitch loves to do. Yeah, I think no matter what way you spin it, Shen has to be extremely proactive in the early game. If he's not, it's kind of difficult for you to play that lane. Like Pizza said, once Mordekaiser gets a blasting wand or any substantial damage, Shen has a super rough time. That's what we're seeing right now. We're not even able to keep the minions away from our turret. And Kolbe surely is going to fall again, surrounded by a sea of red. Is going to E over the wall. Is going to force out the Hecarim Immort. Unfortunately, that is going to be all she wrote. Kill probably going to be gifted over to the Mordecai. Gemstone finding himself in a bit of trouble, though. He's going to have to force the flash out. Dark One trying his best to make some things happen. Does have the Dusk and Dawn now. Don't know much about this new Shyvana. I've been seeing Dawn be picked up quite regularly. Tyler is going to be sniffing out Twinkle. Is going to find him. Twinkle. Very absent. Going to die in 4 shots. Whole item down now to the Twitch. Twitch is 8-1. Looking a lot cleaner from red side this game. Took them a little bit longer to get going. Played a lot more structured. Wanted to clean up some of the errors that they made last game. Looking a lot better this game. A lot more structure to the gameplay. Dragons have gone their way. 40 seconds. Till they get their third. Likely will be going over to them. They are going to be sniffing out the Vigor. Finding a huge pick 30 seconds before Dragon. Suncat. Not a lot of places to go. Is going to sidestep everything from Gemstone. Really is not going to mean a great deal. Just going to get queued to death by the horse. Just happy to see Daddy have his own jungle this game. I don't know about you guys. Game. Pretty tough watch in that department. Dragon has spawned. They are looking for something. Twitch is invisible. Tsunami is going to land. Bubble follow-up is going to force out the flash. Aitai has no ult. Really don't think it matters. Dragon going to be started up here. Dark One still looking. Not willing to give this up. Aitai is extremely strong. I'm not sure, even without ult, if they can do this. General is gonna be on the cards. They are forcing them off this. They're gonna find the dragon for themselves. Interesting that Gemstone opted to push bot tower rather than secure that X-Tech dragon. Really don't like that play. I don't know if that was commed. I don't know what was going on there, but Gemstone's there. I think that's a drastically different fight. They definitely can't walk into the dragon with Gemstone's Sphere. Even if the Shen'll does come in, very easily cancelled by the Mordekaiser. We are going to see Very delayed Shenhult coming in there. Really did not aid in any stretch of imagination. What? Probably Lexi screaming for the Shenhult. We played 250 ping. And is going to pick up his blue. Is going to find the rat. Oh, big Hecker emote, huge tsunami. That is not the choke point you want to find yourself in against a Nami. And honestly, how strong this Twitch is, I don't think we're far away from this dragon. Dragon, I mean Baron. And that seems to be the case. Baron is started up here. Blue side, no, there's nothing they can do. Jinx dealing as much damage as a fart in the wind. Vygar stack is looking at about 144. Yeah, 145 Vygar stacks. And Baron now, this top tier 2 is surely full. Gemstone finds himself back in the boss side jungle. Fioria finally got that confidence. Coming to the enemy jungle. Dark One trying to set up a bit of a screen saying, no, not today. Not after last game. Dark One chasing through the hills. Cage is going to miss just ever so slightly. Big tsunami coming in. Tai just ripping so much damage. Even for a 1-5 Shyvana though. This Dawn really putting in a lot of work. Gemstone Fear is going to miss. Not a care in the world anymore against this Shen. Score right now is 1-0 to Kolbe Cakes. Damage coming in from Forced. Yeah, it's extremely structured gameplay coming in from Kolbe Cakes. Red side really cleaned up a lot of the mistakes they made last game. Playing in all 3 lanes, getting towers in all 3 lanes. Taking a lot of use out of that Baron buff. The only questionable play was that Dragon play where Gemstone was up bot tier 2 rather than aid the team in their 3rd Dragon. Don't believe they'll make that mistake again. Looks like a minute before this Dragon. Already over here. Setting up the vision wall, clearing vision. Setting up a trap. Blue side. Jungle here. Whole jungle was swept out. They see the Shen. Kolbe Cakes really trying to get that TP off. To no avail. Is going to catch Gemstone's Fear. And that is going to be a dead Kolbe Cakes. 20 seconds before Dragon. No Shenhult. Extremely hard. This 3rd Dragon, blue side, are going to have to concede once again. Take a look at the 5,000 gold difference in the ADC department. Despite the early lead from Vygar, that's also gone 1,800 in the opposite direction. And then everywhere else, following the same trend. Really rough top lane. Twinkle's not having a good show in this game at all. If you're blue side, you gotta just feel hopeless this game. Like at least last game there was some glimmers of hope. This game, it does not have that same tenacity from blue side. They just own blue side jungle. Opting to starve them out. I don't see an angle where this goes well. I think they've put off the pedal a little bit here, though. Probably just waiting around for this hex tech. Or Baron. Just hunting is gonna find Twinkle. Surely he is gonna die. Another swift 4 shots. That is gonna be Baron. No, I don't think blue side need the dragon at all to close this game out. I think they just need Twitch to press Q and kill 3. Gemstone getting ran down. I don't. Nice flash from Gemstone coming out. Fear is going to thwart off any danger. Eddie is going to have to give up pursuit. That is going to be potentially mid-tier 1 falling here. In the top here. Kolbe opting to go in on Herzl. Herzl is forced to flash. Pretty decent damage coming out from Twinkle too. Leo is going to go. They see a go timer here. They are still behind a substantial amount of gold. Oh, if we can continue to chase this. Yeah, Twitch finds the ult again, and that's just all she wrote. I think extremely overzealous coming in from blue. You got a bunch of things come out. Unfortunate. That should be the game. Like I say, first series, should I say, of this season's Rec League. For me, TyTy's team does look like a Seed 1 team. So this is not a shock to me that this is how this game went. A lot more life in Game 1 than there was in Game 2. Game 2 was kind of, they cleaned up a bunch of issues they had Game 1. They only really had one outstanding issue in this Game 2, which was that dragon fight where Gemstone beating up on tower. Really good damage numbers from carries here. Venom Stuck had a really good show in top into Kolbe. All in all, very clean series. Oh, who am I giving MVP to? Controversial? I would give MVP to Feoria. I think Feoria Game 1, he was like 100 CS up. on Daddy. He just with this Udia just ran the entire map, just took everything, every resource, extremely difficult. Um yeah, I'll join a VC when I'm ready. How about that? Let me finish my post game analysis. I think Feoria had an extremely good showing game one. I think the Udia, yeah, he just ran the map. He took everything. He had some extremely good flanks. So did Gemstone on the Oriana. But Jemmy ran the map for me game one. Yeah, it might have been on the back of his comms, but I mean, you did it, and you did it with flair. I think you recognized Malphite really didn't have a good power. He really didn't have a good support system as well with the fiddle mid. So extremely well played game one. Both you and Gemstone had some really good flanks, and then game two, Hecarim put in a lot of work bot lane to put Tyler ahead too. So extremely well played. I'd give. I know it looks like give Tyler you went 14-1, but I think Fiora facilitated in that extremely well, and also and yeah, game two, game one I don't think Tyler played as well. A good game from everyone. Okay,
Hi.
how you doing?
I'm doing all right. I think it should be Gemstone in here, but that's okay. Honestly, I can never bully jungle game one the way I did without Gemstone forcing flash out early and then just keeping the fiddlesticks either dead or under tower. So
The
all the
flash
credit
was
goes to Jemmy.
actually the flash level one was actually forced out by us.
It was a team effort.
Yeah. But yeah, I see. I really humble of you to admit that. But I mean, the gameplay speaks for itself. I think yes, it might have been facilitated by other parties, but you played it extremely well. So take it. This might be
that
the only
that
MVP you get, Fiora. Take it.
that's not true. That's definitely not gonna. I'm gonna get every
This
MVP.
is the
Just
team
wait.
of powerhouses.
Uh,
This is a powerhouse team. This is like I said, this is a seed one team to me. But anyway, yeah, just first game of the season. Talk to me about your team. How do you feel? Do you think you guys mesh really well? The gameplay
so
speaks for itself, but yeah, just talk to us.
we'd played as four a lot while Gemstone was on vacation, but this was actually our first two games as five. Uh, so I think that is part of why game one maybe was a little sloppy at times.
Hmm.
We definitely were still sort of working out the kinks and comms. Um, but I don't know. I think we meshed great.
Yeah, it
I've
showed
got so many lanes to play for.
100%.
I can play into any lane and it works. Like this is great.
I did state that in the Champ Select game too, that I feel like you have a lot of lanes that you can, like all your solo laners look extremely solid. And then your bot lane, you have Tyler. It's always a good
Hmm.
lane. You have a lot of good. That's why I think this is a really good season.
Yeah.
Just solid all around. Yeah, game one, it did look a little sloppy. I thought, chat was on the edge of the seat for the vast majority of that. Could have definitely thrown that game, but you guys tied it apart in game two. You guys looked incredible game two. There was only one mistake that I'd say, and that's the dragon that you. Just talk to me about that. Why was Gemstone hitting tower ball? You guys just think you didn't need him, or
So Gemstone was hitting to I think the way Gemstone just described it was that he was fighting Lexi and like Lexi walked up and like wanted to throw hands and so he was like all right let's throw hands and then Lexi quickly backed off and teleported over to Dragon but I think he just saw Lexi back off and so stayed to hit tower um, luckily he was very clear in comms about like hey I'm still on tower like this is what I'm hitting and so was Duck so with that information like Ty did have to blow flash barrier which wasn't good obviously but at least we didn't lose anyone off of it um so it, it wasn't a dragon that we needed to contest but it was definitely a dragon that we could have been able to contest but it worked out okay. I think we got two towers off that at least almost two towers both of the air
yeah,
towers top bot.
we're grasping at straws to try and pick apart that game too. You guys really did play. That was the only thing that you could even scoff at. So you guys played an
Yeah.
extremely good game. It was a really really good series to cast. Really
Thank you for
appreciate it.
stepping in last minute, by the way. Much
Hey,
appreciated.
that's what I'm there for. I QE correctly. Yeah.
Daddy did say that people in this league don't bully him enough in jungle, and they just sort of let him farm up. And I definitely wanted to make it clear to him that I would never let that
Oh,
happen.
I mean, Clinton and the sheriff in town. Okay. Now, is there anything you want to shoot out there into the world? Anything you want to say to previous teams? To upcoming
No,
teams, should I
no, no,
say?
no.
No.
I'm just it's good to be happy, man.
Remain
It's good that
humble.
I love my team.
Love that. Love that. I'm really happy for you. I hope you guys have a great season.
Thanks, you too,
Given
man.
that, you want to give any MVP to the enemy team?
Oh,
I know, super
that's a good
generic
question.
question.
Um, Game one, Colby did both Colby and Twinkle
Oh.
made things difficult.
Hmm.
Colby for a box score of 241 felt a lot more terrifying than that box score would indicate. Um, Part of that's on us for letting him have Urgot, I guess, but he also, blinded it in the first half of the draft.
Yep.
Because he's a fucking Chad.
Gotcha.
And I wasn't expecting the Twinkle Senna to almost work out that well. But he put in some work.
Yeah, it was dicey.
Uh, and then so those two can share it for game one. I'm not sure if game two is a tiebreaker
Love
either
that.
way.
Yeah, love that. All right. Well, yeah, like I said, really appreciate the game. Good luck in your upcoming season. Yeah, congrats on the 2-0.
Thanks. Have a good night, guys.
Okay.